job done?
Yep.
All right. This morning, if you guys would give your attention to Bobby Purvis. He's the safety manager for Lithco Concrete out here, and he's got something he's going to share with us, and then I'm going to close for him, and then of course Christina and Bill will talk. But just give Bob your attention for about 2 to 5 minutes.
Morning, everybody. Good morning. Just what y'all want to do is listen to a safety man first thing in the morning, right? Yeah. All right, guys. One of the things I want to share with y'all that, I'm amazed at the lack of knowledge that people have of chemicals that they use every day in the workplace. I've worked in a lot of different industries, from the military to aerospace, manufacturing, and construction. And that lack of knowledge is prevalent throughout all industries. It's just not construction workers. So hopefully this morning I can spark just a little bit of interest in it for you. What I want to talk to y'all about this morning is chemicals and materials that we use on the job site every day. Alone, most of these chemicals are pretty safe. But some chemicals and products that we use in the workplace that can harm you, and probably most of you are oblivious to. Some of the examples are, and I will tell you that I have left one of the ingredients out of this, so you MacGyvers can't go out here and start trying this, okay? But some examples are chlorine gas. All the components to make chlorine gas are available on this job site. Napalm. All of the ingredients for napalm is available on this job site. Thermite. Anybody here know what thermite is? Thermite is a product that used to be used back in the olden days to weld railroad tracks together. It's a very simple thing that you can make using rust and aluminum and another component. Napalm is strictly gasoline, styrofoam, and one other component. How about a magnesium thermal bomb? It burns at 5,610 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's nothing but magnesium and one other component. How about a time chemical explosive? Black smoke bomb, which is also a nerve agent, which is simply turpentine, chlorine, and one other component. Plastic explosives. Aspirin, battery acid, motor oil, and one other component. Now honestly guys, you need to ask yourself a question. Do I want to work beside somebody that's making this kind of stuff? You probably don't. I know I don't want to. Well, how do you know if they're making something dangerous? The only way you're going to know it is to check the SDSs, or the old style MSDSs. OSHA, in its ultimate wisdom, which they actually did something right this time, but on December 1st of 2013, they mandated that everyone be trained in the new SDS program, which is the product of MSDSs. It's the new system that they use. And it's really a great thing that they put together for us. There's a lot of information in those SDSs. So my challenge to you today is to ask questions. All of us use chemicals every day out here. You need to ask the question, is this chemical safe, or what is this chemical? How many of y'all use chemicals every day? Every day, we all use them, right? You need to start asking the question, what is this stuff? Or what can I mix it with that can harm me? Even if you're not using the product, what about people beside you that are using the product? Do you not want to know what they're making over here? They might even realize they're doing it themselves. Well, I would tell you that Robbins & Morton has put together an extensive library of all products that are used on this job site. They've gone through a lot of trouble to make you aware of all the chemicals and to put this database together so that you can actually look it up. They put together a new library, and using the QR codes, this code right here that all of y'all seen on the board in here, will gain you access to this library. I mean, you can use it using your cell phone, or they actually have hard copies of all of this that you can access. So I'm going to let Gentry take over from here and tell you all about how their system works. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. All right, and y'all see we come up with a lot of QR codes on this project, and what Gabby Harris actually helped us come up with a couple weeks ago is she posted all these items on the website under the safety tab, and this one QR code gets you to everything that we've been talking to you about. But what Bob didn't tell you is knowing what knowing how to access these SDSs is not an option. Everybody sitting here listening to me today, standing here listening to me today, has to know how to access those SDSs. And you can do it with a free QR code scanner, either on Android or iPhone. You just have to have a smartphone, iPad, or a computer, and you can get to it. But the other things we're going to do, we're going to post these on the job. She's got a new revised version coming out that shows you everything that you can access with this code, and we'll post those. And also, she's got hard hat stickers coming well, obviously for our hard hats that have this code on it, so that everybody on the job that goes through orientation and comes in and gets a badge will have that code on their hard hat and have access to the SDSs. So moving forward, what we've been trying to do is get everybody the information that they need to do this job. So moving from the information, that little tiny piece of information your supervisor gives you every day, to the intention of what we're doing, what is our purpose, what are we actually going to do, what's the whole big picture today? The big picture today is that you guys know how to get to those SDSs, and it's this code. It's going to be posted here in the vending area, and as of probably by next Tuesday at the safety meeting on your hard hat. And we'll post them in the building and other places too at the information board. But anybody that has questions, contact me about this. My phone number's on the board over there. Call me. I'll get you as much information as you need. Anything you need to help us get this job done safely. Right? All right. Now we're back on to the program. Me not ever talking again.
All right, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Okay, first things first, updates from last week. I have a question. How many of you feel like you had a productive week last week and you got above our planned percent complete? It's not very many people, though. Did y'all have a productive week last week? You did. I'm here to tell you you did. We got a 76% complete for our planned percent complete for last week, which is awesome. So great job, guys. Keep it up. Other than that, other big things that happened, you can see Buckner has moved this crane over here to the south side. A big thanks to Alston Farrell and Lithco for helping make that happen, which means that this week they're going to start erection of the steel for the tower. So big things happening. Other than that, again, we'll hope to recover from this rain, but lots of interior stuff happening. Our first slab on grade pour will be this week with Lithco over there in the northeast corner. And also, they're going to be getting out of foundation. So this week should also be our last big pour for foundation. So great job, guys. On a sustainability note, I want to talk for a second about our waste disposal. I think, I've got a lot of questions about it, which is awesome. But I want to explain, kind of how our waste disposal works here on the job site. So, we've got two big dumpsters over there where we put most of our trash. So once those dumpsters leave this job site, they're actually taken to the waste facility and they sort it. So they sort out all our trash, all our recyclables, all the wood, the metal, anything that could be recycled. But what's happened in the past couple weeks is we have a lot of food trash that's getting mingled in with the waste, and so they're not able to sort out as much recyclable material as they typically would. So what we've done is we've put this little dumpster over here that's specifically for food waste. And that means, anything, all the trash cans that we've got posted around here with actual food waste that we know most of it can't be recycled, we're trying to put in this dumpster. And everything else, all the big stuff, all the big construction waste that they're going to take and sort and send to the different places where it can be recycled, we're trying to keep in the big dumpsters. So I ask that y'all, think about that this week as we're, disposing trash. All food waste goes in here, and all construction waste in the big dumpsters, okay? Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Good morning. I just want to know what that one other ingredient is. I don't know about y'all. That was all I could think about. Probably beer. Hey, I want to just hit continuous improvement real quick. Last week, right after the meeting, we checked the suggestion box, which we should obviously check it before the meeting, so we're trying to improve that process. But we had 10 suggestions, and I will tell you, that is the most I've ever had in 1 week on a job, which is awesome. I was really excited. I felt like that meant we're getting engaged. We're paying attention to what's going on. We're looking for opportunities for improvement. Bad news is this week we had 0, so we went from 10 to 0. So not sure what's causing that trend, but I want to encourage everybody to put your suggestions in that box. I personally read every one, and we try to do something with every single one. I can't read them all here because some of them are kind of lengthy, but I will tell you the themes of them included the food trucks, and I will assure you Gabby's working with us really, really hard on trying to get the best food service we can have on the peninsula out here for everybody. If you're curious about the details, please get with her. She'd love to hear your input. We're working with a couple locals to make some custom menus for exactly what y'all are looking for. Somebody asked about smoking e-cigarettes. Nobody's told me we can't smoke e-cigarettes on this site, so I'm going to say we can, and then we'll ask for forgiveness if we've broken some rules. But as far as I'm aware, we're okay smoking e-cigarettes out here. Bathrooms, we're absolutely going to be putting bathrooms in the building as the building comes up, so we'll have flush toilets in there as well. And if you have a specific, I don't have the person's name on here, but if we have a specific need for a spot one here or there, we absolutely can get that out there. I'm committed to providing good sanitary facilities for everybody. Picnic tables, it's a good one. I actually 2 weekends ago, I don't know where Kenny is, but we ordered 30. They should be delivering, we got 30 coming, right, Kenny?
2 weeks.
2 weeks,
1
2
week
weeks
now.
from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 1 week.
Okay, we can get picnic tables faster than that. Okay, so within the week, we'll have about 30 more out here. We'll bring them out. I know we're going to set up some areas out here. We're also going to set up when we get our first area in the building. I think it's on the 2nd floor. We'll have a good break room in there where we can have good, even improve our facilities more than that. And then lastly, somebody brought up putting a boot scraper up by the ladders going up up through the building until we get our stairs in. We're pushing hard to get our stairs in as soon as we can. That's a great improvement item. Those are exactly the ones I'm looking for. We absolutely care about where we're eating in our facilities and our working conditions, but we also care about our safety and the other things going into the building. So hopefully those get up there either today or tomorrow, and we get those mounted. So I appreciate all those suggestions. Lastly, two more things I want to mention. The ERS Hard Hat store is open. A couple things we're working on improving there. We're getting a credit card machine. I encourage everybody to go by there. About half of our business is from y'all purchasing stuff for your own use. They have very good prices in there. If you haven't been in there, go in there, ask, get with Kenny, get with Ms. Joe, get with Willie, and they will help you out. We're real proud of that. I know they've got Cokes and Otter Pops, and they're looking for those popsicle deals. So anything else that you guys might want in there, let them know. And they're here to serve this job site and serve whatever y'all need. So y'all stop by and see them, and they're working really hard to service this job. So hopefully they're a real asset to y'all. And lastly, I talked about the food trucks. I think the guy's name's Chef Frisco with Caribbean Creole. He's working really hard. He's excited about coming out here and getting us a customized menu. I know everybody's got different tastes. We're never going to please everybody, but we're working really hard to find that happy medium and how to get him out here where he's out here full time. Maybe have coffee in the morning, biscuits, lunch, break, etc. throughout the day. So we're working hard on that. All right, I know I went long today, and we have a drawing. Is this the name up here, Gentry? I think it's right here. Okay. Yvonne Robles. Is Yvonne here? Is he pouring concrete? Okay, we got him a Robbins and Morton shirt from the ERS Hard Hat store. I'm not sure what size he is, but he can trade it in for whatever size he wants. So thank you guys, I appreciate it. I'll do a great work out here, and have a safe week.